It says I'm live. And we're live. Yes. Welcome everyone to, well, we're not doing new beginnings today. There's a reason for that, so we're going on to this profile. Yeah. This one is linked to the World of Trucks online account stuff. And the reason why is earlier this month they started an event, and I thought, right then, 15 deliveries you say? Okay then, I shall attempt to do as many as I can, to get as many points as I can, to try and get the paint pack you get, and some community rewards as well. Because I'm a little behind. This goes on until the 7th, I believe, or the 17th, I can't remember which. It'll tell us here, actually, won't it? So, the rules are... Let's see. So hearts combined, unlock community reward. Personal goal: 15 deliveries of gifts cargo in one of those games. So in either, so that's good. Using Euro Truck and or American Truck. That's actually alright then, because if I get bored of this tomorrow, I could do American Truck on Twitch. Win. 15 deliveries from any city in either game. To get a heart for a city, 1,000 from that city. So I can just do 15 deliveries. Is there a distance thing though? So the rewards are online achievement. Yeah. Winter Blast paint job. That looks nice, by the way. Community one, 6-tiered reward. Qualify community, you must complete at least your personal goal. Okay, so to get any of the community stuff, I need to do mine anyway. Ends on the 17th of January, so we have until then. But my intention is start this today on this, tomorrow continue it with American Truck. Simple as that. And we need to do 15 gifts deliveries. This one, that does it. Okay, it doesn't count towards the community part because they've already got them, but it counts towards mine. I don't care about contributing towards that. I want to do my deliveries. So yes, unless this tells me I can't, which I don't believe it did, this is what we're going to do. Hello, Leona. Hello, Neru. Game change. Wait, where have you just put me? Oh, we're fine. We're in Dresden still. Hello, Lulubell. Hope you're well. Okay, so those are on my main account. We are driving a Volvo FH16, I believe. Is it an FH16? It is. Oh, okay. It's one of the best trucks around then. And quite heavily updated, I might add. And we will use this on this one anyway until we made enough progress to unlock that paint job. Because I want it. I don't have a mirror at the front here. Usually there's a mirror at the front that helps me... Huh. Okay, never mind. Is it a Tremere? No, it's not. Oh, and I hope your work is going well for you, by the way, Lulubell. I've had a remarkably tiring day, in the sense that for some odd reason, I am just really sleepy. Oh, it's you guys again. So, people might not remember this, but those kind of delivery packages. Yeah. Back in the good old days, huh? Okay. Oh, the F-16. Yeah, ever so slightly different, huh? Those gifts, though. I know it's not... Oh, blimey. I know it's not Christmas anymore, I know. But it's part of an event. I intend to complete it. Or do as much as I can towards completing it. I don't really mind if we do or don't complete it. But we've got until the 17th. I don't see why we can't get this done over the next 3 streams. Today, tomorrow, and Monday. Here, and of course then on Twitch. That's not the correct... Oh no, that is all I get. Okay. That doesn't count. Hello, Socky, by the way. Hope you're well. Hope everyone had a lovely, lovely Christmas. Mine was peaceful-ish. Very loud. Lisa's being, you know... You're not moving, are you? Okay, well, I'm going to move now. Being very loud and obnoxious kept me busy. I've been drinking snowballs consistently for the last 2 days. I think I'm only halfway through the bottle of Advocaat. I will finish it before New Year anyway. I did get a couple of little gifts, which was nice, and now we're chilling. And I'll be honest, I didn't want to break the habit of uploading because I like doing my regular upload schedule, but I genuinely was too tired to, which is an odd thing to happen to me. Hello, Gabor. Hope you're well. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to explain it. I can't actually. But wore out, so now I've got to get back into the rhythm tomorrow, which I will, because I've got the sources for this week at Twitter for tomorrow, and then up until the 1st of January, so 31st will be the last day well, minus Christmas Day and Boxing Day, I would have uploaded every single day for the month, which is like a challenge I set myself to be busy. Like Vlogmas. A lot of creators do it because they know AdSense is through the roof. For me, it was more of a case of I just wanted to see how much progress I could make if I did something like that. We've done quite well. So I'm quite content to slow down next month and get back into the rhythm. I've got a politics video I want to make tomorrow, which is good because it's the Brexit deal. I'm looking forward to going through that. When was it Christmas? Yesterday, sadly. Hope everyone got lovely presents. Hello, Blaze Firestorm21. Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday, or Boxing Day. I've had a good day today as well. It's just been because I had sorted out the sources. I haven't written the notes, but I sorted out the sources and I thought, oh yeah, I'll get on this. I'll make it today. No, I might record this evening after this actually, just so I've recorded this week at Twitter. Perhaps even the politics video. Then tomorrow I can edit them, which would perhaps put me in an advantageous position when it comes to creating. And I think that actually makes things easier. I can then tomorrow sort out a video for Monday. Perhaps one of the other two Mukbanger Wives videos. Or maybe a review of Nick Ocado's 2020. I haven't done one of those yet. I don't know if he did any New Year's resolutions, so I can't be too sure. Hello, Little Miss Anonymous. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas. I did see your message, but family and all that. So I've been spending a lot of time with them. Although I will say, so I did cheat a little, in the sense that yesterday I said if I got bored, I would hide upstairs and play Assassin's Creed Rogue. So I did. And for those who follow me on Twitch, you'll know this. I have been trying to clear all the maps, conquer all the lands, as it were, and I have basically taken 99% of everything in River Valley. There's a few chests and a couple isolated Animus fragments. I'd like to get those. I've got a couple districts in New York left to take. I fully intend on taking those. I have got the Viking armor and swords. I've also got the Native American armor, and it looks amazing. The Viking one I got just before I stopped playing last night. I was very happy to get that. And I hope to be able to show those off when I next play that on Twitch, which will be on Tuesday. Because I'm going to stay true to this. I will complete this event over the course of the next 3 days. Here, of course, on Omegon Plays, and the other 2 times, if needed, on Twitch on American Truck Simulator. I'm quite happy to do that. And also, it does give us this rare opportunity because most of you will remember this account before I started the New Beginnings series, and I have used it for truck events on Euro Truck. So I have done that. The Genoa Bridge was one. Truck at Home, I believe, was another. Or was that American Truck? I think it worked for both. So yeah, I do use this account for that. So at least we have stuff going on, which is good news, right? You're hungover. I'm glad you're hungover. That tells me you had a good time. I drank a lot of snowballs, had some whiskey, drank some rum, gingerbread rum, which is more of a liqueur than anything. It's only 30%, I think. It was quite nice. I've nearly run out of Di Serrano Velvet, so I do need to buy another bottle. I will buy it tomorrow because, seriously, I don't want to lose out. I'll go to town for a walk and acquire some while I have the chance. My area is in Tier 4, so I'm looking at a few options for working out and just getting back into a rhythm. Because without my work, essentially, I'm not sleeping properly, so I need to force this, which is fine because honestly, yeah. You should have had a drink this morning. You definitely should have, Little Miss Anonymous. I did, because I had half a glass of Advocaat left and thought, well, I'm not going to waste this. It's too yummy to waste. Oh, you're a dick. You're a dick. See, you backed me up on purpose. You're like Fernando Alonso, the former F1 racer, and Vettel, who liked to do that. Back everyone up and then speed off. Nice. I still haven't had a chance, because I really want to play the guitar distortion pedal my sister's got me for Christmas, which is the Steel Panther butthole burner pedal, which, for those who don't know, is basically it's spare circuit. It's the circuit for the Pussy Melter pedal, the very first one they brought out. Same circuit, just a different case and different knobs, different names, that's it. It's the same pedal. But because the Pussy Melter was a limited one, which I wanted because it has a moist switch, I was given by a supporter of this channel, Teddy. He sent me a clone pedal of the Pussy Melter called, it's called the Tentacle Seducer. I've got it up on a shelf next to my desk, and it looks fantastic. He even made an updated version recently. But the butthole burner, it looks amazing. The quality of the pedal case is astonishing. It's embossed. It looks fantastic. And I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I did put the sticker, the penis chili sticker, on my Spoopy Strat. Basically, it's a Squire Strat that I have, contemporary Strat, that just has a few really nice high-quality stickers on. But yeah, Steel Panther had a limited release pedal called the Pussy Melter, but they had spare circuits, but couldn't, in good conscience, put them in Pussy Melter cases because that would kind of devalue the ones they've already done. So they called the new one a Butthole Burner, and that's the one I've got. It's the same thing though. Hello, Cyrene. No apologies for being late. I started 20 minutes early. No, 15 minutes early, sorry. Well, no, 20. If you include the next 5 minutes. Hello, Polydub. Merry Boxing Day, British cousins. That's very kind of you to say. I'm sorry you're hungover. You can join the club with Little Miss Anonymous. Hello, Steve. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. And yes, the Pussy Melter pedal had a moist switch, moist and gushing, right in the middle. This one, the Butthole Burner, has load out, load in, jalapeno low, oh sorry, I'm veering, sorry, and wasabi high, or wasab high, and the switch is scorched and balmy. I look forward to testing this at some point on my exquisite pink Schecter. So yes, it sat on the desk with a hip flask that hangs on a keyring, which I got as well, and is guarded by RoboCop that's been meshed with Terminator. From a comic, apparently. I have no idea. As far as the card goes, Little Miss Anonymous, no. I've not received a card from you, I'm afraid. I do apologise. The only card I received was from my friend David, and it simply reads, it's the most bland card ever, until you get to the envelope, where inside you notice it says, licked by David. That's about it, yes. I got a couple little tiny bottles of Gentleman Jack and Single Barrel Jack, But what I did was I emptied those bottles into my regular size bottles of each. I figured a 5cl top-up is fine. You hate Canada Post. I hate Royal Mail. We're on good terms. I hate Zavvi now too. I was considering making a video on Zavvi because they have been absolute hell. Customer service have for the last 2 weeks to me. Because after 3 days of dealing with one person, I would then get a message from another person forcing me to re-enter all the details and information. And I'm sat back thinking, I'm being fobbed off every 3 days. All this because they didn't send me my rug. And I'm thinking, I don't like you guys anymore. Right, did that count? It did! Nice. Okay. External. Do we have one from Berlin? Ah! Odense. We got it. That's fine. Don't care. Wow. Damn, your postage, your mail, Little Miss Anonymous, sounds like hell. Oh, okay. Turn that off. Yeah. That reversing, though. I was quite happy that my nieces really enjoyed their presents, but I was quite irked by the oldest. I got her a ukulele. I haven't seen her play it once, but her cousin got a harmonica, and she's been wanting to play with that instead. And it annoys me because she's been wanting her own stringed instrument for so long, but she sees the harmonica and is like, it's different, only I know how to use this. She gets it and proceeds to blow in with it. Okay, so Polydub. Interesting fact: the Gentleman Jack I reference. I only have it because my friend David bought it for me as a it was a strange night. Let's go with that. He bought it on the night my mum passed, and so it's more like a thing I just topped up because I don't really drink from it very often. In fact, only once a year, I guess. But Single Barrel is fantastic. Have you had the rye version? Because that's, I will say, the rye version is, by comparison, absolutely brutal. I don't get it. I really don't. I can drink it, no problems, but it's different. Good different. Harmonicas are fun. Yes, they are. I agree, Listen Miss Anonymous. My only issue is when she thinks she knows how to do everything, because she's a 7-year-old who thinks she knows it all, and then summarily goes on to break things. She got a Polly Pocket for Christmas, pinata. She was told not to open it because it's a pinata and there are things inside that will fall out. So she goes, I know, and proceeds to then open it, and everything goes over the floor, and she's like, why did that happen? Not the smartest kid in the room, I'll give you that. Hello, Darth Nectar. Hope you're well. But yeah, the nieces are going through the stage. The youngest one who has that, that lives here, that has the harmonica. She goes. Actually, I'll tell you, I did this last night. So I've got one on my desk here because I bought it as a spare in case she lost hers. And no, I'm not going to play it. I'm going to demonstrate how. I've got a spare harmonica. So the youngest niece who has one, I got for Christmas, goes like this. Minus that last bit. You're all welcome. That was my concert. You're all, I assume, moshing like a mother. And that is a Fender Blues. I gave my the niece a starter one. She's already broken the box for it, but she's kept the harmonica safe. And I think she's cherishing it because it's a lot of fun to her. But sadly, they all think to play a harmonica you need to breathe in. I'm thinking, well, you can, but I think you're missing a trick here, girls. There are other notes. Just try them, please. The one who got bongos, though, she's been happy because she just likes to make obnoxiously loud noises. Having flashbacks to the Crystal Maze. Well, I'm doing my bits, number one. Hello, number one, by the way. Hope you're well. Should have gotten a kazoo. Hoodie Goat. Hoodie Goat, sorry. You're absolutely right. I should have. But I used Amazon Prime and didn't have much time to get things that I could have got on Prime. Never heard that said of a whiskey before. It's the rye one. It just, I don't know. It's such a strange single barrel rye whiskey, which really it's just. I'm not used to rye whiskey, so to me it is strange on the face of it. It's like Hague Club, which is like a grain whiskey, and it's not a good one at all. It's a mixer at best. It's a tragic mixer. I bought one of the nicer bottles of it. Air quotes around the word nicer, because the quality of the bottle was absolutely fantastic. And I genuinely thought, if this is best served with Coke, or watered down with an ice cube, then I don't want it. So I gave it to my friend David. I think he had it instead. I think he drank it all. Yeah, either that or my brother-in-law. Small humans are dumb at times. Big humans are too, to be fair. Hello, Hoodie Goat, by the way, and thank you for the $5 donation. I don't know why it hasn't popped. I don't actually understand the alerts at all. Is it not even... Oh, I know why. I still haven't turned the alert on for that, so I have to actually see it. I'm a genius. Thank you. Yep. But yeah, at least they had a bit of fun with their instruments. It's just a shame that the oldest niece hasn't played with hers at all, even though I explicitly got her a left-handed ukulele because she's left-handed like me, and she hasn't played it once. Bit unfortunate, but then I can understand it at the same time. She sees hers and is like, oh, this is not as cool looking as a harmonica where I can just blow into it and make all these different sounds without having to try much, which is true, I guess. I mean, what, there's how many holes? 3, 6, 9. There's 10 holes. I've nearly veered into another lane. Sorry. Yeah. Perhaps that's the reason why. Then again, I had a fife in this room. I have a fife actually, and she's oh, I know how to play this. Okay, cool. Here you go. So she then looks at it really confused and tries to find the correct hole to blow in, and then doesn't understand why she can't make the sounds that I can make until I explain to her there's a technique with your lip when it comes to blowing into the fife. Don't worry, she got bored of that one though, which is handy, because I'd hate for her to actually work it out. She'd get quite annoying quickly. Yes. And I did have a good Christmas, yes. It was nice to not... Well, I was on the computer, but I wasn't working, because I had been for the 24 days up to Christmas, and I will be until the 1st of January, in the sense of uploading consistently, which I will do. It's nice to not have that pressure. I do have a few things planned for tomorrow. Lip techniques. Yes. Yesterday, the English and Scottish have long-standing issues, yet English folk deeply covet fine single malts. We do. We really do. We have a fantastic... one of the first whiskey companies in England is called the English Whiskey Company. And I went on a tour with my friend David around their distillery. And it was a great birthday present. I think it was 2016, early time for my... Oh no, 2015 perhaps, or 2017. One of the... No, it's 2016, because I didn't go up to Norwich for about 5 years after that. 4 years? Yeah. And their whiskies are amazing. They're really good, really nice. And the peated whiskies are brilliant. Not on par with a Lefroy Quarter Cask, but they're certainly up there on quality. You tried a chip butty, Gabor. Now we're talking. I had leftovers today, but it wasn't leftover. It was more stuff my sister had cooked up yesterday, like party foods, like the mini pizzas and sausage rolls. So I just had some junk with a side of more junk, and to finish it, a glass which I have nearly empty here of a Snowball. I need more Snowball. Sadly, I don't have a drink wench, so I can't simply get one. I have no idea what that word is, Polly. That's a big word for me. Epicureanism. If I've even pronounced that right. Okay. Perhaps it does. Turkey sandwiches. Yummy. I think I'm having those tomorrow, oddly enough. Because we have all the extra meats from yesterday tomorrow. Which I'm okay with. I think I'm gonna kind of go for a walk, go for a ride, burn as many calories as I can because I'm feeling really fat right now. Like when I sit in my chair, I just don't feel comfortable. Hello, Laura. Rar. My mum will be making Bubble and Squeak. Your mother sounds like a fantastic whammon. I'd like to marry her now so I can have some Bubble and Squeak as well. We don't have it often here because I'm the only person that can cook it and I'm not allowed to use the kitchen. Which makes fuck all sense because I'm a good cook. Sorry for the profanity, but in the context of that, it made sense. By the way, I noticed, so on these streams I do, I've noticed we've done 35, 36 streams or something. The last one we did, is the only one that YouTube has said, yeah, no, we're keeping it demonetized. Okay. All we do is drive and talk about whatever you lovely, lovely people want to talk about. But okay, apparently we're not ad-friendly. Hello, Roxy. Hope you're well. Hope you had a nice Christmas. Hope everyone had a nice Christmas. And thank you, Polydub, for confirming I pronounced a word I'd never seen in my life correctly. I actually do appreciate that. I will have to look that up after the stream because I'm kind of curious. Not allowed to use it in the kitchen. Harder. Yeah, it's my older sister. It's kind of like... Because it's obviously... on top of it being... It's like, to her, it gives her a purpose, I guess. And she really takes pride in that. To the point where she's very... she makes the hot chocolate because to her it's her safe space, I guess. And I get that, and I'm not going to ever infringe upon that. But I am a sufficiently skilled cook and chef, so I don't really see a point even. But because of the new kitchen as well, which is nearly finished, when it is, I will put a picture on Twitter of it in its completed form. I would very much like to show that off. Hello, Karma and Polydub. You and I absolutely 100% agree. I like Lagavulin. I really do. But it is massively overrated. And it's nowhere near as good as a Laphroaig. Ever. I think I once opened a bottle... when I was at uni, the last year I lived on not on campus, in Norwich, I opened a quarter cask in the living room downstairs, which is at the back of the house. Everyone in their bedrooms upstairs came downstairs, and one of them even brought whiskey with him and said, I smelt Laphroaig, I bring more. I think he brought one called Anknock, and it was quite pleasant, I will admit. I'd love to get a bottle of my own of that. Yes. I have a nice Loch Fyne, which my friend Dave got me for Christmas, and Auchento Shan he got me for my birthday last year, I believe. I still haven't... turned. That was a mistake. Oh yes, if you please consider smashing the like button. It really helps the streams and this channel. Does she hate being cooked for? Perhaps, yeah. I get it. You know, it's just, that's her safe space. I'm not going to take it away from her. I might even get her to make me a hot chocolate after I'm done here. It's why I started early, so I could have a hot chocolate after this. Maybe I'll make an additional snowball, come upstairs, fill that hot chocolate with, and I forgot to turn, fill the hot chocolate with the remainder of my velvet, because there isn't enough left, and go from there, really. You drink JD Fire. Would you like me to tell you a story about a bottle of JD Fire I have in my room? Because I have a litre of it. I'm going to tell you a story. So, I have a brother-in-law who took me on a bike ride, and it got really muddy. I got my trainers were ruined again. And so I spoke to him about. We had these plastic shot glasses. Shots have a divider down the middle. On one side, he put Tennessee apple. I, on the other side, put some Jim Beam double oak barreled. And he, after about 6 shots of this, I joined him. You know, I joined him. I thought, it's funny. I was not even buzzed. He was ruined. He confessed that something he'd love to do, which many of you in the chat already know, is put some hot chilies into the Tennessee Fire, let it stew, and then, you know, drink it. Well, I bought a bottle of Tennessee Fire and I put 2 Carolina Reapers in it. A picture of that is on my YouTube Instagram. Instagram.com/Omegon, I think, or _Omegon_, I don't know. And yeah, it sat under my desk, percolating. Let's go with that. It's percolating. It's letting science do its job. And yes, I'm a dick. Thank you for correcting the pronunciation. To be fair, I think I get it wrong anyway. I assumed Auchentoshan. Yeah, I think I get it wrong all the time anyway. I know that for the longest time I got Bunahaben wrong. I thought it was Bunahabain. Bunahaben. I had to look at. I actually found a video pronouncing it, a correct pronunciation video, and I thought, right. Well, I feel like a div, and I do want a bottle of that as well, to be fair, because that's quite nice. It's a bit mild, but it's nice. It is going to burn going out. Okay, I didn't realise I had Twitch alerts on. Thank you to that person following me on Twitch. I did notice. I reckon it's going to hurt going in as well when he realises what he's done. It's been sat under my desk for 2 weeks. Thank you, Vomit Sausage, by the way, for the £2 donation. Merry Moistmas, one and all, indeed. Oh, got stuck there. Sorry. Hope you had a lovely Christmas, by the way, Vomit Sausage. Hope you had a great, Boxing Day as well. I think most people were recovering in some manner, which is fantastic. And to the Tennessee Fire thing. Yeah. What I did, though, a few days later, I had to I used a screwdriver, which thankfully is in the bin now because my sister broke it today. Yeah. I got the chilies out, got my 3D printer clippers, like the snipper things, and they use on the filament, and I cut the chilies up and then put them back in the bottle because they keep floating. So I figured, screw it. Sorry, right. Hello to Green God O Stubbsmuir. Thank you very much for following me. To be fair, I'm really bad with names at the best of times, and didn't realise you were in my chat. Sorry. Thank you for following me on Twitch. And to be fair, I would point out, in that photo, I had 2 more Carolina Reapers, but I couldn't get them in the bottle without them popping out, because they floated, even with me cutting them up. Why not just give him that? Because he wants Tennessee Fire that brings the fire, and he doesn't know that I'm going to bring the fire. He has no idea. And I'm okay with this. The more pain I cause, the happier I will be. And the happier I will be, the happier and better these streams will be. If I spend 2 hours crying with laughter, that is a stream worth watching. Because I'm just going to crash a lot, and I think we all know that. You need a nap. To be fair, I woke up at 9 AM, which is 2 hours later than I normally wake up, and I still felt tired, but I had a headache. And that's what happens at the moment, because I'm not doing enough. So tomorrow, I've had 2 lazy days. Tomorrow, up 7, get out, get a walk along the seafront. get some exercise in, because we're slacking. I've put little weights in a rucksack. We'll go for a walk and see what happens. What did I do for Christmas? I opened nothing. I got my niece to open my 2 presents. One of which was in the loft still. I helped my nieces and nephews when they asked me to by making little incisions into their presents, yeah. I played Assassin's Creed Rogue and completed most of the side mission stuff. I'd say about 75% complete overall. So then I can just do main story stuff soon, which means we're close to doing Unity, which I know many people don't like Assassin's Creed Unity. But we're going to do the Tyranny of King Washington first. So it's not all bad, you know? And I did a bonfire where I got some wooden slats that were on the walls of the kitchen, because yes, we have one of those disgusting walls. People like that kind of slat on the wall kind of look halfway up. It looks disgusting. And I used that to make a pyre, put the wrapping paper in black sacks underneath it, and lit it. And because Mother Nature decided to strike at the peak of the fire's existence, a lot of it became grey snow. Which I found very funny, because it just looked ridiculous. I'm sorry you've had issues with stress and Christmas. I can understand that. It's not been an easy couple days over here either. But it's not a contest, obviously. I just empathise only. You got a big pink throbbing thing, did you, Vomit Sausage? Congratulations. I drank a lot of snowballs and pretty much just chilled out. It was good times. Yeah, good fun. I love helping the kids with their gifts too. Oh, that's lovely. Hello, Bebe Marie. Hope you're well. Beyond that, I didn't do much. I just didn't. I couldn't be bothered. And I'm renowned for laziness, so it's quite alright. And since I don't have kids, I have no obligation to do much, which is also beneficial. So like on Christmas Eve, for example, I spent about an hour, maybe 2, while a movie was playing, washing my floor and cleaning my spooky strat, because I noticed somebody has spilt what looked like a fizzy drink all over it. Which means I'm quite angry about that, because I haven't checked the electrics yet, and they'd left loads of sticky sugar residue over it, which took forever to remove. I think I wasted most of a bottle of lemon cleaner just to destroy that. But thankfully, I've saved. I mean, even if it does, electrics don't, I can replace the electrics, but it is still a bit stupid. Oh, doing 99 kilometers. Damn. Palm trees. Wait. We're in Scandinavia at the moment. What's cracking, Meg? Not much. Oh, and if you're asking a serious question, sea monster and or rum. I wouldn't say no to either. Scratch wrist. Much better. Did I do anything else? No. I mean, we had a movie night on Moistonia. Watched Gremlins 2 and Muppets in Space on Christmas Eve. Last night I wasn't about at all. I just chilled out. That was it. Watched MASH. I was considering streaming and then thought, I don't care enough. I really don't care enough. Maybe I should slow down a little. So yeah, took it easy. I did ask Twitter today if I should make a video or have a day off, because I wanted to give them the choice. But also, I genuinely couldn't be bothered. I haven't felt like that in a while. And it's possible that it's a belated burnout or something. But since I'm able to stream, I don't believe that to be the case. I think it was just, I'm not in a routine yet. I need to get back into it. Darth Nictor, good choices. King Washington, even that title is the worst kind of blasphemous effrontery. I'll outplay the game for era, but that title, yeah, it's basically the entire premise is that President Washington and Connor or Ratoniketon touch the Apple of Eden, and it shows them a future where Washington becomes King of America by using the apple to take over. It's quite interesting to see how that would happen. Also the fact that Washington just loses anyway, because Ratoniketon is an amazing assassin. Even as a native with no tools beyond a bow and arrow and a tomahawk. But jolly good fun regardless. And I agree, burnout does sneak up, Leona, I totally agree. I think it's because as Christmas has come to an end and I have kept my word, just getting tired, which is good because when January comes around, everyone knows I take the weekends off. So I will. I'll be back to my regular upload schedule Monday to Friday with the weekends off, which is better. I don't understand, there are many creators I get befuddled by. They upload 7 days a week. I mean, I can understand it with a hot topic, perhaps. But I don't know. I don't know how they do it. How can you do sexy things in something your parent bought you? It's just not right. Wait, what? Huh? I missed something. Oh, you're talking to Green God Ostobsmia, aren't you? Yes. Oh, is it Vomit Sausage? I don't know. Have you played any hack and slash games? Yes, I'm just not fond of hack and slash. Gifts. Aha! Newcastle. Ugh. Oh no. Can we have a different one? Can we have it? I beg. I'll take one that's 1,000 kilometers. No, I won't. No, I'm genuinely not driving that far for one. No. Alright, we're going to Newcastle, people. It means going on the left side of the road. Alright, so are we on 2 and 15? We are 2, 15, okay. I want to try and get 5 done today. If we can get 5 done today, that would be perfect. Once I'm not involved in anything. Oh, really? Okay. Mother is a giant troll. The first Christmas master of Narn spent with us. She bought me lingerie. Oh, right. I like your mother. I like your mother a lot. That's fantastic, by the way. Turn them lights on. Yeah, look at that. That's ostentatious. I like it. Hello, Master Admin of the Anvil. Hope you're well. Bottle of Dalwhinnie. Hey, Dalwhinnie's a cracking whiskey. I like Dalwhinnie a lot, actually. I quite like a whiskey called Penderyn. I think that's a massively underrated whiskey. I don't have any of that, though. I don't have space for any of the whiskies I want, though. I have a box room. If I had my way, I'd have a drinks cabinet. I don't have space for one. I should warn everyone, if we're going to the United Kingdom, things are about to get very messy with the driving. Because, seriously, left side of the road makes no bloody sense. There we go. Doom Eternal. It's a good game. But I'm not a hack and slash guy. I mean, I do hack and slash quite handily in Assassin's Creed if I need to, but you have the advantage, the current mechanics. I mean, when they attack, I can attack when they're, when they attack me, so I can sort of catch them either counter or preemptively, depending on the type of fighter I'm against. It doesn't suit me, though, to do that. Oh, you're very, very welcome, Green Gardo stops me. That's very kind of you to say, and I'll pass that on to Trups. I'm glad people enjoy those streams. I do get a lot of stick, because people think he's a right-wing MAGA chud. And they're like, oh, why would you stream with someone like that? And I sit back and think, well, we're not politically, we're kind of similar, but we're not. I tackle things as an issue, he kind of tries to. But he's always been very honest about being conservative. It doesn't make him a Republican or a MAGA chud. It just means he's conservative. And I'm just neutral. I don't really care. I prefer issue rather than leaning. We have agreed, though, because we were thinking about this. We've been doing it for a couple of years now. And the one thing we've never done is have a guest on. Is get guests on to talk about weekly politics with us. And I was thinking, I mentioned it to him before Christmas, and Trups is down. He's like, this is a fantastic idea, we should do it. So, if we can, we want to get people who like to talk politics. And, like, so if it's like an American heavy or dense show, Trups needs someone to bounce off. I'm okay with this, because it makes for a more entertaining show. Much like I would, if it's something more British dense, having someone British to bounce off as well for me is perfect. So we're thinking about doing that in 2021. I know we will be streaming on January 1st, I believe. That'll be good, because plenty's happening. I have a Brexit deal video sorted. It's an okay deal. It's not great, but it's okay. I don't see it as a huge L on our part. An L, there are L's, but I argue we win the majority of it. Arguably. But there are a couple issues I do take issue with. Fishing is the big one. And I believe something about it's not tariffs, it's something else. I can't remember, actually. You know what? Doesn't matter. Get scribbles on. Not the worst idea. Not the worst idea at all. There are a plethora of really interesting commentators I have seen discuss politics that may well have been a part of the communities I frequented. And I would love to get them on to talk about politics. And I think it can make the show more interesting, more interactive as well, and also if there's a chance that Trups ends up arguing with someone, that's a big win. Because he's quite intelligent, and I find that quite fascinating to watch back and forths. He does a lot on Facebook with people, so a VC instead, big win, big win. Especially for me, because I don't have to say much then. Although I do plan to put more time and effort into my part of the shows, and also, no, she won't talk to me or Trups. It would be interesting to get boot on neck on a show, but not yet. Yeah, see, Bebe, I tend to agree with you. I don't say I'm right-wing, But I do tend to prefer the. I just want to. Well, minus the fact I do this because this is part of my work now, since all my my IRL work is gone because of this second lockdown. Tier 4, I have nothing. This is all. YouTube is my only job. So for me, it's a case of I just want to make my money and get on with things. I don't want government involved in that. I'll pay my taxes, but I won't get involved in, other things. I don't want it involved in my life beyond normal basic rights and services. This Corona-chan nonsense has done my head in. Hello, what? Hope you're well. Took that a bit fast. No, I didn't. Ha! Win. Oh, is it considered right-wing? Well, thankfully, in the UK, to want to be left alone isn't. It's a very different perspective. Want to be left alone is considered very working class. You don't want the government in your life unless you need their help. And I don't need their help because, thanks to all you guys, what was originally just me trying to, start as a rebuilding project, has succeeded. As long as I don't screw up anymore. Although, 1-2 screw-ups a year, that's fine. As long as you own up to it, fess up, move on. Oh yeah, politics does that to people, Littlest Anonymous. It does that. I started my main channel on politics. Right? And that was my main channel. Politics. But I moved away from it because I didn't have much I could contribute to the discussion, and I felt that there was something more pressing I wanted to talk about. I think with me it was something simpler and easier to talk about. Identity politics bugged me, and I didn't want it in my life, yet it was being forced into people's lives. Critical race theory, I just didn't care for any of it. So fortunate to have this to fall back on. I mean, enough so that I think I've done enough that I can buy a little treat for my sisters and nieces and nephews next month as a little thank you for giving me my couple hours a day I needed to record, because it was very kind of them. So I've got a little shopping list for the end of next month planned to buy them a little gift each. I think they'll like, provided everything's in stock. If it's not, I'll find an alternative. But I want it on Prime ideally, so I get it all at the same time. Government keeps you employed. Yeah, you can't complain about that, can you? Ugh, Hull. Englishman's home is his castle, yeah. Back into lockdown today in my part of Scotland doesn't affect me because I'm an essential worker. Oddly enough, I was a cleaner, so technically essential worker, but self-employed for doing pubs, so not essential worker. It's unfortunate, but I do okay, so I can't complain. Sean Head doesn't have much to contribute to politics. So she kinda does and kinda doesn't, in my mind, because she does have a large audience and they will listen to her. She shitposts and many take it seriously, or she's serious and many think it's a shitpost. But a lot of her very socialist leaning policies, yeah. I mean, she played the meme up to Comrade, and I'll be honest, I couldn't tell if she was memeing it or, believing her own lie. And I'm not going to criticise her for her style of politics, but there is a level of arrogance I don't care about with her. It's the same arrogance that ruined my friend Satirician's channel because she just bullied him. She went on all-out assault and didn't tell her audience to not do it. She endorses this kind of behaviour and I don't care. And I think I struggle to have any respect for her, but she is a very successful creator, and that's fine. But I have principles when it comes to certain behaviours, and the left very, very leaning politics she's pushing. I know that during the election she was very pro-Biden because he was the Democratic nominee, but then the moment Biden won, she was already having shots at him. It's like, you can't say you voted for the lesser of two evils to then immediately start railing on the guy you wanted to replace, because it turns out he's just as bad, if not worse, than the guy you got out, but you had to get rid of the guy that was in because he's evil in it. Which tells me everything I need to know about your thought process when it comes to politics, and less about your... well, actually, it tells me even more about how you consider policy making. Because you don't really think about it, did you? And I miss Satirotician too, I really do. Hello, Lady Justice. Hope you're well. And Karma, you are a filthy hippie. Wash yourself. Oh, I know Nicta, she wasn't really pro-Biden, but she wanted to get rid of Trump, and so it had to be Biden anyway. So, in fact, she was, but only because get rid of Trump. You can't say she's not... I know she's pro-Bernie, but because she went and voted for Biden regardless, she's pro-Biden. And that's me playing semantics, I guess. Yeah, baby, I hate this side of the road. I actually do. I saw a lot of people who voted for Biden immediately regret their vote. And I'm sat thinking, there's nothing... I mean, I don't know what this guy's going to do for the next 4 years. I don't know his policies. But you voted for him. This is now what you have to live with. It's the same with those who voted for Trump, who may well have regretted it. Same who voted for Brexit, who may well have regretted it, or voted for Boris, knowing that because of how badly he's handled this now, yeah, he's not getting re-elected in 2024. There's no version of this where he gets re-elected now, to be honest, because it's been handled so badly. When you make Keir Starmer look good, and you're, you know, a normally fun kind of person, yeah, nah. It'd be interesting. Hello, Zombie Teddy, by the way. Hope you're, hope you all had, those who've turned up later, I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. I do apologise for me being a bit of a pedantic git for a second there. I didn't mean to. I definitely don't. I don't think I'd ever get her on the. I don't think I'd ever get her on the political recap show anyway. She's too big a name, and I don't think she would talk to me because I'm blocked by her ex, and I'm blocked because, well, he's a salty little bish, and lashed out and blocked me when I pointed out he was wrong twice in 2 tweets over politics, no less. He was wrong fundamentally, and I got blocked. Yes. I think he unblocked me since, but I don't care. Well, not now anyway, I don't care. Polydub. I smell like... Oh, sorry, Karma. I smell like Low Tide Empty Serena Velvet. Low Tide smells alright here, actually. Polydub. She was pro-Bernie because she knows nothing of the failures of Marxism. Then voted not Trump. Misinforming a large audience is no... Yeah, I tend to agree. I absolutely agree. And it's... I'm quite privileged to have what I have, and I consider even this channel here with the, which, because of my irregular schedule, gets a bit of a high and low, you know, viewer count, but I consider it a privilege regardless, because I'm still able to inform people in some manner. It's a privilege to have any audience. If you then spread misinformation under the guise of it being some form of fact, you're a bad person. And boot on neck, she's very privileged because I'll be honest, I don't think she ever took it seriously enough. Although maybe she took it so seriously to maintain a certain 480p style, I don't know. But when she tried to when she moved away from the anti-SJW, anti-fem content to make political commentary of sorts here and there, after Trump was inaugurated, that is, and moved away, she then had to think about her politics, but in doing so, all I got from her was, I want to simp for Vaush, who I barely know anything about. Green Goddo Stobbsmere, thank you very much for the £5 donation. Merry Moistmas. Hope Hogmanay, New Year's, treats you well. I hope so too. I've got a bottle of Johnnie Walker Green, especially for the occasion. My brother-in-law and I are going to have a few drinks and relax. And yes, it would be blue. It would be gold, actually. As far as Johnnie Walker, gold is my favourite of their, whiskies. But finding a bottle, I've only got maybe a quarter of a bottle left from 2010, and I can't find gold anywhere here. And I mean gold, not platinum reboxed as gold, because platinum is disgusting. And yes, that does mean Polydub, if you didn't notice there. There are some blends I'm quite fond of. I do quite like a blend. And yes, please consider smashing the like. I'm left-handed, so everything is odd, and we're on the side of the road. Ah, I'm left-handed too. I'm even left-handed with a guitar. Which, if many people saw on Twitter, I put a lovely picture of my new Schecter on. I ordered that on the 23rd. Thank you for all of you that have helped me with my channel, because that paid for it. I bought it from Andertons in Guildford. That was kind of cool, because they had next day delivery, and yet we're on tier 4. They sent it out by 10 AM on the 23rd. On the 24th, I was about to start working on the exhibition of stupid people, and it arrived, and I was like, must not open, must not open, must not open. I opened that box within 3 seconds of saying it about 1,000 times. Boots on Neck went strange. How the hell did she pull such a hard left? I think many people don't know this, but the YouTube skeptics, they were only united over one thing. A couple key things when it came to culture war, but then people realised it came down to politics as well. And when the feminists kind of went into the corner a little bit, or people started to realise they couldn't beat the mainstream, they turned in on themselves like a neutron star, and it kind of went a bit funny. And it just yeah. I think some people, I couldn't tell if they were genuinely interested in the politics of a side, or whether they were following more popular names. It was hard to tell with some people, and she's one of them, because I kind of felt that with June, it was more she was following creators that were considered her peers, like ContraPoints. And that's not a criticism of ContraPoints, because the content on the face of it looks amazing. But I don't watch much content, so I can't say if the points are any good. There are a few interesting videos though. Hoodie Goat, thank you for the $2 donation. I miss Jim. So do I. He's on BitChute doing his Cancerless show. Is it? What's it called? So, Bebe, a lot of those creators were grifters. Yes. I mean, I know some have said I am, perhaps. I don't generally shill things. I know things are linked, but I don't make it a point to say, oi, give me money. No. That's a choice people make freely with no influence from me. I'm not going to say if you want to support me either. It's not like that. Some followed a popular idea while themselves not presenting anything new or trying to... I don't know. It's hard to explain. But I do feel many weren't. Some had to become that because they got demonetized. But then those that were more grifter types, not the Satirician though, he just got destroyed by Shu. Those that were, they kind of disappeared. The best example would be a YouTuber who was called Tigero. Many won't remember him, but he had a tiger avatar, presented the news on a set. The guy ended up getting called out by somebody else. Who was it? He got exposed by somebody and ruined. And he linked Patreon all over his videos and every donate link he could think of. And it was kind of tragic. He then rebranded, and actually more recently, I think last year, 2019, I saw an ad for a puppet show on YouTube as a video ad. And it was actually him, the guy who did the voice work for that channel, doing hand puppet work instead. And he was paying a lot of money to get all these views on one or two videos, when the rest of the videos only averaged like 10-15 views. Yeah. Jim yeah, possibly has turned in on himself a little, but at least he's, I'd say, consistent. I do miss his content. I miss a lot of the creators that were then around and more regular in producers, like production, like Teal'Deer. I know he still does make content, but he's nowhere near as regular. Vosh is a savvy capitalist. Vosh is. He's definitely he's a very. I'm sorry. I've watched a few of his streams now. The way he tricks people. Oh, that was loud. Sarcasm Not Found donated £10. Thank you very much for the £10 donation. Yes, indeed. Give me your money. That's very kind of you. I do think there were grifters back then. There are many that aren't. That have become that. There are many just dropped off when they moved on. Sadly, it happens because you don't have anything to offer. You just saw an opportunity to make money, and I get that. At first, I wanted to improve myself, which was what my channel description used to be. I then, because of my hand being forced, turned it into a job, which actually is the most fun job I've ever had in my life. Because a lot of people go to work and they don't enjoy it, but I do enjoy this, to the point I've got plans for the next 2 years IRL that would make this even more fun, in the sense of having my own office. Not my which is not my bedroom, you know. So I can actually have a bedroom that serves as a bedroom, and an office that serves as an office. Yeah. Oh, and if you don't already, go to the Little Miss Anonymous has a channel. I don't think she uploads to it anymore. I think she uploads to BitChute or YouTube. I don't remember which. Go find her on YouTube and find her videos and her BitChute, and subscribe to her. She has a movie night channel with Bane666AU and her fiance, Master Anon. If she can put the name in the chat, people can go find it. They do fantastic streams together. It's very funny, very informative. Yes, I do in fact watch your streams when you do them. Hello, Jan Lucas Defront. Hope you're well. And pre-internet Bloodsports was a good time for the internet. The Bloodsport stuff was alright, but I will admit I was glad that I wasn't involved in those communities then, because I felt that when it came to longevity, I didn't believe it had it, although I will admit I kind of wish I had some of that money. But at the same time, I'm glad I didn't, because I wanted to play... There Will Be Spoilers, that's the channel name. I do feel like it didn't have that longevity, and the streams are always going to suffer in the long run. I know that Tonka has a new channel where he does a Kumite of sorts anyway. I can't remember the name, but I know it was referenced a few days ago. I know Vamp Candy does her streams on Twitch, so she doesn't really do any Bloodsport stuff. Cog does his thing. Warski, I don't know what he does. And Ralph is an absolute mess. Oh my god. I hear about his mess from Drummer828. Is that it? Drummer828? From his This Just In series. Oh boy. I haven't spoken to Ralph since the night of Brexit, where I was on his live stream with Satratition. Sargon joined. Everyone else acted like idiots, so me and Satratition couldn't talk over, or get to talk properly to Sargon about Brexit. Yeah, that was interesting. Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of doxing. I absolutely hated people that did that as a tactic. This is your first stream. I've seen your name before, though. And yes, everyone should subscribe to There Will Be More. It's a fantastic channel. Streams are fun. And I've known, for example, I've known Bane since the start of my channel in 2015. He's a great guy. And I've known Little Miss Anonymous about a year. Since 2016, I guess. Yeah. She sent me cookies. She sent me a few presents that are above my desk, actually. On a Cthulhu-inspired shelf. Which would include dice for D&D. One of the boxes I got recently is actually just above my head, in fact. It's beautiful. Right, that's 3 done, by the way. So we'll get 2 more at least. Hopefully 2 more done. Yeah, I don't care about any of that. Oh, we're near level 69 though. 3 out of 15. Not bad. What's this email? Special trial. I don't care about that. Naff off. Yeah, Bane's cool. He was there for me when Mum passed and always been solid. Okay, Newcastle to Sheffield. We'll do it. Solid guy. And yeah, he used to make he doesn't make much content now because burnout. But his MRA series is actually really good. I know many take issue with MRAs, but he's that one MRA I've always had nothing but respect for, because it's consistent, and he's always been consistent. That's better. Ah, Moisky Live. Right, that would make sense, Darth Victor. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah, Bane's videos were the first sort of MRA ones I used to put on a playlist, and I just let them play and listen, because that was the way to listen to his content. Just have it play in the background. And he always did 45 minutes to an hour long video for his something Tales of Toxic Feminism. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. I know Miss Anonymous will know the name though. She'll know it. Oh, Propaganda of Toxic Feminism, isn't it? I think that's what it is. I think that's what it's called. It's a quality series and went for a long time. Let's watch those lights come on again. Yeah. Oh yeah, Bane's definitely not right-wing. That's quite funny. I've known him long enough to know he's not. Okay, let's leave it at 46. Don't you dare turn in on me. Interestingly, Bane also was not dragged in, like myself, I guess, was not dragged into the arguing, which I think it's mostly because we didn't get involved in their politics, because they were like drawing lines in the sand and behaving like absolute mongs, which is a shame, because it did show how some people were driven, how some people were blinded, arrogant, thought themselves better than everyone else. Boot on Neck, Blair White, Sargon, myself, a few others, and a ton of reaction and music channels. I still watch Sargon of Akkad on his Lotus Eater podcast channel and the other main one. I still don't like the name, but that's fine. It's just me, and I'm glad he's doing well. I hope he continues to do well. I think his name is a draw regardless. The fact he's abandoned Sargon of Akkad upsets me a little bit. Others have said, oh, he'll go back there and do long format videos. I don't think he will. Blair White, I stopped watching when she attacked a trans woman for bodybuilding and entering male competitions, which was a lie. And Sean Head, I haven't watched her since she attacked Satirician. I just lost all respect for her because of the way she handled it. To then delete her video forgetting that people are just going to attack him anyway. Because Peach Bailey, I think, was the one that convinced her the way she handled it was bad. Hello, Stina Yolanda. Hope you're well. Haven't seen you in a while. Polydub. Probably been asked lots, but why would you enjoy truck driving for a living? I don't know. I really don't. I started playing this in 2014, 2013. My friend David bought me the first game, and this version, in fact. So Euro Truck Simulator and then Euro Truck Simulator 2. And I found, pre-steering wheel, it relaxed my anxiety. So pre-depression as well, I guess. And then when I started game streaming, my computer laptops at the time couldn't do this live streaming. And struggled. But when I got a computer and I was able to properly do this. And then last year I got a steering wheel because the person who in the chat earlier, Stephen, donated so much, along with a few others, very kindly. I was able to get a brilliant steering wheel setup, which I've used ever since. It calms my anxiety. I just need to sometimes find the energy for it, which is a weird one, but it happens. But I don't know if I'd ever enjoy it as a real job. I don't know. Green God of Stobsmuir. I've got a box set of Frasier. Nice. Go watch it and enjoy it. Frasier is a fantastic show. I've been binge watching MASH. I've just finished series 3, which is a sad ending to it, but I actually understood it because of McLean Stevenson's desire to take over a talk show, which he didn't, because the guy stayed on for a decade, meaning his career went downhill. Well done, McLean, you made the right choice. So I can understand it. I am very well, Stina, by the way. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas. And Polydub, I like the podcast too. I just don't like the name. I'm glad the podcast does well on views. I'm glad it's on Spotify. I really do hope that it absolutely smashes it for him. I hope he gets his play buttons to put on the set. I hope he just explodes. I really do, because while I will say he is the instrument of his own destruction to an extent, what he brings to the table and what they as a team now bring to the table make for very interesting shows that I put on when I'm usually editing. And I really find the political discussion that refreshing thing I need in my life, you know? When he's not doing the identity politics like he used to, I guess, he's doing this instead. I think he's a much more interesting creator. And yeah, I'm very, very happy for Carl that he's taken this leap and he's doing this and it's working out. Is a dumpster fire. Used to watch him. Yeah, I'm not huge on Repsion anymore. He's one of the creators that inspired me to start. I haven't had any Fika, no, so I'd like that, please. And Frasier is awesome, Little Anonymous. So Repsion, him, Karen Strawn, and Sargon of Akkad, they were the main inspirations for me starting content creation. They were the first ones. Sargon was like the last one. It was like, to me, if someone with the quality of the content he was making could make content, then surely I should be allowed to try as well. That was my view back then. Thankfully, he got good, and I took my time. I took my sweet time. About 5.5 years to get moderately okay. I'm mediocre now. And Columbo's fantastic. Good choice, Bebe. But Repsion, he just obsesses over Onision. He does a couple of videos here and there on other topics that are interesting, but in truth, I don't care for his style of content. His hot takes on video games. You've got me there as well. Yeah, I agree. His hot takes. I mean, he's a gamer, and I'm astonished at some of the stuff he's come out with. Others have asked me to do a video on him and his girlfriend, and I've had to say no many times, because what can I say about somebody I don't pay attention to? When somebody then tags me on Twitter and says, people like Omegon won't cover this, we're oddly silent on this, thinking I've spoken to Repsion or something, and it's like, firstly, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Second, and this is the important one, I have no earthly idea what you're talking about. And the third one, which is actually more important, and a different point, I've never spoken to Repsion in my life. I don't even think he knows who I am. That's not to say he should know, because I'm a nobody compared to him anyway. But we don't float in the same. Just because we're commentary channels doesn't mean we swim in the same pond. No, my pond is a very small one, and his is his is up in an ivory tower somewhere. It's not near me. If I ever want to watch video game content, by the way, I beg Alpha Omega Sin to come back, because his content was the best. But yeah, I was never... I don't know. With perhaps I'm being a bit judgy, by the way. Because I did like his content at first, but then it was the style of content that, in retrospect, so hindsight, it's not really the kind of content I actually enjoy. I don't watch much YouTube content these days anyway, but when I do, I kind of want to relax and just enjoy something and not be dragged down, I guess. Which is why I find the podcast of Lotus Eaters actually alright, because the other guys that work with Carl on that show are interesting. Even if Carl's not on the show, because, for example, the birth of his son. That's fantastic. It's still a good show. You met Alpha at a convention, that's cool. I miss Alpha Omega Sin. I love his ending to videos. Yeah, I just like him. Great content creator. I have recently started re-watching Razor Fist, or the Rageaholic, which I think is a trash name. Razor Fist is a better name, but obviously I can understand why he wouldn't use that name. But I will admit, I do quite like the ranting style, although I do think he's doing something wrong. He's lowering his voice. He's not naturally speaking as loud as he'd want to. Either that, or his voice is broken and can only operate at a more quieter register, or he's done that so he can record in one or two takes, and based on the fact there are very, very few jump cuts, if any at all, I think he's doing it so he doesn't get tongue-tied by the script he has on the screen, which makes more sense. But I do quite like his rants because he uses very colourful language. Although I am blocked by him on Twitter, I believe, still. I can't remember if I am or not. I don't even know why I got blocked in the first... Oh, no, against Sheffield. I don't know why I was blocked by him in the first place, but I know I was at one point because I put it in a video screen. But it's possible, like Armored Skeptic, he unblocked me or used a bot, perhaps. Oh, he has a point. Or he lives in an apartment. You're quite right. Thank you, Bebe, for pointing that out. I kind of wish he could, though. You're in my way, so I'm going to do this now. Oh, God. That's going to hurt. Sorry. I had no choice. You were too slow. Very good point, Bebe. Thank you. I was wondering what happened to the movie reviewer I used to watch. Turned out he... Oh, I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. By the way, Karma, have you noticed Discnar's just started playing Left 4 Dead? That's great. I'm glad it took him 3 months to install a game that he got asked to install 5 weeks ago. Troll him if you can. If he's near a car that the alarm goes off on, hit it, and then make sure you're 10 steps ahead. I should point out now, for the sake of transparency, I only have one person blocked on Twitter. Only one. I have a lot of accounts muted. They're usually ads. But as far as blocked accounts go, one. Am I still blocked by Def Noodles? Yes, I'm blocked on his Def Noodles account and on his Dennis Fatosa account. Yeah, I'm blocked on both. Which is interesting because I've barely spoken to the guy. In fact, never. I've only referenced him in a video where he couldn't take criticism, which got me blocked. I then referenced the fact that he blocked me on Twitter. And then obviously subsequently referenced the fact that he blocked me on his, air quotes, main account. But yeah, found that interesting. So yeah, I've only got one, and that person is Merstalker. Or was. I don't know if she is anymore. I blocked her because, seriously, I can't be dealing with this anymore. And she just wouldn't stop. So, bye, sayonara, enjoy your, whatever it is you do. I think you Twitch stream. Oh, this is dark and horrible. We're on the left side as well, this feels weird. Oh, this doesn't feel right. I do apologise for the minor bumps there. I genuinely can't do this side of the road. It doesn't work for me. If the roundabout that turn there, that loop goes the other way, it's not so difficult. On the left side, it feels weird. I should now say that same person who's blocked on Twitter is basically blocked everywhere by me. Not by myself, though. Well, by me on a few places. Okay, I can't slow down. What the hell? Why wasn't my brake working? Okay. Apparently, my brake didn't work. I got tabbed out, didn't I? You just drive into me. Well, I don't mean to crash into you. I think I got tabbed out when I hit the corner. Nice. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Let's carry on. Our Twitter is a lot more fun when, you know, you're not dealing with politics. I know that Sofane is probably the only person I follow who still talks politics, and I every so often just have to remind him to calm it down because he just can't. He can't do it. He can't dial it in. I know he's gonna, because Biden has been declared the winner. Biden's gonna be sworn in. The next 4 years, he's gonna be complacent, and that I don't think he understands just how bad that is for politics, and how sus this whole situation looks. He's blind by that. His view is, oh, it may look sus, but, you know, it's over. Let's get on with things. And I'm like, no. No. Just don't. But other than that, I don't follow. I also just noticed last night I lost a chocolate. I just found it under my desk. Om nom nom nom, come here, chocolate. It's in a wrapper still. Om nom nom. Shall I eat this now? Is it rude to eat this piece of chocolate now? I'm gonna eat it now. Om nom. Okay, I probably shouldn't do that. Om nom nom. Biden didn't win, though. I probably should now say I'm not gonna talk about it because it's just such a freaking mess. My apologies. Apparently I shouldn't have done that. Stay hydrated, kids. Oh, Volvo looks like trash. Okay, let's find a job. You know what we should do, actually? Right, so I know what we're going to do. I've got an idea. Because this is annoying me. Where are you? Castle. No. 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 Munich. Travel. We're leaving because I really can't be bothered with left side of the road, okay? But yeah, the Biden thing, yeah, it's just, yeah. I don't even know how to describe it, just how weird, how sus I am. Right, so we're in Munich. Let's get a job from here. Barrels, forklifts, honey. Ooh, om nom nom. Gifts, Stuttgart. Innsbruck. Okay, Zurich. There we go. It's a decent delivery. 380 kilometers. Begin delivery. Okay. That's a third of this done. And then we'll do a third tomorrow and a third. Yeah, that's... Or we probably... No. We'll do one more. Let's go. Chaos for the next 4 years. I think it'll be very interesting. Regardless of who is sworn in, I don't really care. I'm English, so I don't have a horse in this race. I won't deny, I did ask Wildling Darling in the chat, or the owner, to acquire through the official MAGA shop a Trump pin, just so I had one, and a notebook with Trump pence on, so I could use it for my YouTube video notes. Just because an official memento, even if he's, especially if he's sworn out, others say, well, it's worth money. For me, it's something simpler. It's more like actually a high quality notebook. And I'm sat there like, And I'm just like, screw it, I don't really care enough, I'm English. So it doesn't mean anything to me to have that as a notebook or have that pin. I got 2 of those pins, but I forgot to give the other one away. And in retrospect, I'm not going to now because I can't be bothered. So yeah, no horse in the race. And as much as I would like to see, personally, I would like to see Trump because it's funnier to me. And because some of the policies have actually been quite, especially in the Middle East, inspiring, to be honest. I don't care if he's not. But it will be interesting to see how a geriatric tries to rule before he's taken out by a 25th. Oh, the Brexit deal suck. You don't even get me started, mate. I've got the ins and outs of it already there. They haven't voted out an incumbent since George Bush Senior. Is it George H.W. Bush? Is that it? He served 1 term after Reagan, before Clinton. So yeah, you've had 3 2-term presidents. So 24 years worth of presidency, where you've had that. And so yeah, you are quite right. It's quite a long time to have incumbents go on. Although I would say Bush was lucky to get his 2nd term, because I think many were right to say, first of all, the person who ran against him, the Democrat, who gave the cringiest speeches known to man, he just came up, had no, was it Kerry? I felt like he didn't bring much as well, in the sense of policy, to the table. And then he was up against Bush after the 9/11 thing and the war and all that. I don't think he stood a chance, because at the time people were very much in favour. So, I don't know, I don't think Kerry stood a chance, although I do believe he's going to be serving in Biden's cabinet, which would be interesting. I think. Yeah. By the way, I know all this because I actually do pay attention, and I find, for example, Reagan was amazing. The way he could just talk just astonished me. He had natural charisma, which when people talk about, they talk about Republicans as being uncharismatic, and I'm immediately drawn to him. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you can't say they lack charisma when Reagan existed. George H.W. Bush, perhaps, maybe, I don't know. I don't know, but you can't also say that it's only exclusive to Republicans here. I don't recall Bill Clinton being the most charismatic. The only thing I know about him is he got a blowjob. That's all I know about him, really. Obama was charismatic. Can't deny that. Don't agree with a few of his policies. The Medicaid thing was a bit messy, and there were very big conflicting, by the public anyway, conflicting results. Half seemed to be saying, oh, I love this, and the other half were like, this doesn't benefit me at all. Why are you forcing this on me? Come on. So I kind of found that quite fascinating. I know that Biden has already said that he's very happy with how Operations at Warp Speed, or how that's happened, because that's like one thing he's actually complimented that Trump pushed for. And I know many people are now saying this is a Biden thing, that the cure for coronavirus is being doled out. But Trump did say at the beginning of the year, he did say he would have a cure by the end of the year. And this might not be, I mean, in as much as people don't like to admit this, Trump was a man of his word. He really was. If he said he was going to do something, he did it. The wall was the biggest contentious one, because he did get started on that, but he got stonewalled a lot. Stonewalled by Congress, I believe, for the shutdowns. But he did start it. He said he would. He wanted to make America great, and up until coronavirus hit, things were actually, looked, from this side of the pond, looked to be going really well. which made the result really strange to us over here, because we were like, hang on, we're about to have a we're about to try and sort out a trade deal, and now we've got a guy possibly being sworn in that doesn't like us leaving the EU anyway. Which, I'll be honest, many Brits here said when Biden said we'd be at the back of the line, many of us said the same thing. Wait, you're telling me you're just regurgitating Obama's points from 2016, aren't you? Biden, do you have an original point? Are you a skeptic clone grifter? I don't know. I think I'll save all that for Politics channel, I guess, and for Trups, because we do like to talk about this more casually there. What's up with the Megon's voice? My balls dropped. Sorry. Little Miss Anonymous, you want to destroy me at MTG? That'd be fantastic. We can do that. Do you want me to go and buy a fat pack? Or are we going to do this online? Where I have no cards at all. I mean, I'll happily go online right now, after the stream, and buy a fat pack. Just so you and I can have some fun. We'll have our cameras pointed at our cards. We'll do a little Skype call or Facebook call. We get you. Hello, Sobi says. Hope you're well. So, you mentioned Congress blocking. Okay, so I'll address this. I think it was every president, nearly every president, would lose the House in their first 2 years. They always do. And I have real cards too. Pick a age, and I will. If I don't have the cards, I will find a set of cards. So they normally do lose the House anyway, which is unfortunate because I know there are many things he wanted to do, and I know that Pelosi made things remarkably difficult. She's a massive hypocrite, and it's like, the £600 stimulus bill thing. Oh my life. Did you see all the money that was being sent abroad to other countries? And I'm sat here thinking, while it wouldn't boost your population's money by much, I would much rather all that money you sent elsewhere went to your people. You're going to start trimming your deck now, are you? Well, that's something. Kinky. But yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it. No. It's so stupid. I hope we are able, by the way, as a Brit, and now that we have a deal with the EU, I would very much like for us to secure a deal with the US. Of course I do. That's where the best deal is to be made for us. It really is. And I look forward to seeing whether or not one can either be dealt with before January, whichever, or if one can be done under the Biden administration, whether they're going to tear up what we already agreed upon and simply start afresh, which would be frustrating. It's very strange for us, by the way, as Brits, to hear that we have a special relationship with the US for a potential president-elect to then say, you go to the back of the line. Very strange. Can we take Sweden with you? Of course we can. Anytime. Oh, my deck is too fat. That makes sense. Yeah, interestingly, today, Sobi, in UK, the news reported we are the 5th largest economy, and yet we're going to enter a recession. And I'm sat here thinking, well, if we're the 5th largest, having only just overtaken India, and we are going into a recession, what does that tell you about the other countries? How stupid do you have to be to look at this and think, oh, but we're the 5th largest economy. That must mean we're raking in the dollar. We've got Floyd Mayweather promoting us right now. Okay? We are Money Inc. right now. You absolute morons. I mean, you have to be to think, oh, just because you're a big economy, you're somehow rolling in it. It's... Oh, there's a name for that kind of thought process. It's a more interesting word than stupid. I don't know. Hopefully, if we do go into a recession, we can find our way out quick enough. But as we're stuck in lockdowns, I think until April, we're kind of stuck. Hopefully not, but yeah, we're England. What do you expect? As long as you keep your hobbies. I've made... Actually, I'm going to write them tonight. I'm going to write my New Year's resolutions, because I wrote some last year. They're on my desk. I kept them on my desk throughout the year. I think I've kept all but one because of what's happened with lockdowns. Arrogant. Perhaps. I think it's more of a level of stupidity that you have to... to think that just because you're a big economy, you can't experience a recession, or that because you're a big economy, you shouldn't experience a recession. You know, I just don't... I think that's really stupid. But there's another term for it. I'll have to think about it. And yeah, till April. So I'm gonna write my... It's a asinine. That's it. Thank you. Asinine. That's the word, Sobi. Thank you very much. I don't know what the scale is actually, Swedish guy. I really couldn't tell you, and I know that name from somewhere. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. Financially illiterate. Equally that. So I'm going to write mine tonight. I think most of mine are simple, written from last year, and yeah, I shouldn't have an issue. I'm going to do this now because I'll forget. And I kept all but one because of lockdowns. So hopefully I'll be able to improve upon them, because it was quite nice to do that, to write some and actually do quite well from it. We'll just see what happens. Oh, I turned it on. Oops. I know many don't keep resolutions, but for me, I do, because it's like I made a promise to myself. I don't break promises. I think I still can keep all, which is nice. Yeah. Oh, right, you're good. I'm glad you're good. Yeah, see, I don't know how people are able to pay their bills unless they have a job or state welfare to state to look after them. And $600 really isn't going to look after people. It really isn't. I got more. And I'm self-employed. I got a grant. I got more. That's ridiculous. And yes, please smash the like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. But I think it's really dumb to look at the economy the way they have. But back to the resolution thing. So I know that some were YouTube-based. Some were hobby-based. I'm going to make some new ones, though, because I really want... I'd like to get back into hobbies. I'd like to add some things to it, recreationally, like go for bike rides on a more regular basis. Save up a bit of money. I think it'd be kind of fun to try and better last year, which, I'll be honest, we have. Darth Nictor, thank you very much for being here, and have a lovely Boxing Day. For those who are curious, when I finish here, I'm going to get a big hot chocolate, fill it with the remainder of my velvet. I'm going to get another snowball, put them on my desk. I'm going to watch some MASH. I'm going to write my resolutions, because why not? I'm going to take things easy. I might join in the VC on my Discord server, maybe not, I don't know. I know that Discanar, David, and I think Karma might be playing as well, I don't know. I think they might be playing Left 4 Dead. It'd be interesting to watch them if they're interested in streaming it on my server. That'd be fun to watch. I'm definitely not playing that again, that was frustrating earlier. Boxing Day is another bank holiday. It's the day after Christmas for us over here. We call it Boxing Day. News resolutions are: don't pee while standing on my hands. Did you do that this year, Stina? Keep it down on the grave digging. Let others do it. And to work on my eating disorder. Well, only one of those I take remotely seriously, and that is obviously grave digging. One should never keep it down on the grave digging, ever. Now, jokes aside, I hope you work on your eating disorder and defeat it to an extent, to the extent you're able to. Grave digging, couldn't care less, do whatever you want, player. And peeing while standing on your hands is an odd kink, Stina, I'll give you that. Certainly not for me, I'm not here to judge, but you do you, player. We are not the types to judge another on their desires and personal enjoyments. Oh. Still killing bugs and stealing the planet. Nice. We celebrate on the 24th, so Christmas Day will be 25th. Oh, right, okay. We do 25th and 26th. Unemployment at the beginning of lockdown was ridiculous. Nurses working a COVID unit in a large hospital made less than most on unemployment, but $600 won't do much good. I agree. I don't get it. When Trump said $2,000, I mean, it goes a little further, but you're going to struggle. No, but it's easy to keep the P resolution. That's fair. That's fair. Last thing you want to do is become a fountain. Oh, wrong lane. Getting that one. I'll see you later, Leona. Thank you for being here. Have a lovely, lovely time with your family, I assume. Right. Nice. 40, the 29th. What a mind. Oh, right. You're turning 40 soon. Congratulations. My birthday is in 20 days, I believe. And I turn 35. I don't feel old. I don't look it, to be honest. I still have, minus the beard, I guess, a baby face to an extent. Just look like a very miserable guy most of the time, because that's me. How did trimming my deck turn into adding to it? Yeah, that happens to me with my Deadwalkers deck. I've done that all the time. And I've got every card I need in that deck at least 4 times. Some of them I only have as nostalgia, like the Black Cat, which is a 1/1. No special abilities, just a 1/1 creature. That's all it is. But we call it Herpes, because it keeps coming back. Oh yeah, you turned 31 last week. Everyone wish Little Miss Anonymous a happy birthday, please. Are we in the right place? We are, but I missed the thing. I'm supposed to stop at the, Okay. Back the way we came, because I went straight past it. You have a Death Touch deck. Nothing wrong with that. I do have a lot of cards that have Death Touch, but I just prefer to be a massive dick. Be a really thick, veiny one. With how I attack people. With everything. That should be 5 now, shouldn't it? A bit earlier than anticipated, 10 minutes to be exact, but we are going, because there's no way I'm doing a job in 10 minutes. We are done for the day. I am going to go get my hot chocolate, get my snowball, watch some MASH, and rest. Thank you very much for joining me on this Boxing Day. I've greatly appreciated it. If you want to see me complete this event, I'll be on Twitch tomorrow doing American Truck Simulator. And if I don't see you there, have a fantastic, well, Boxing Day. I'll be back here next Saturday for New Beginnings, episode 36, I believe. And I'll see you all around. Peace.